Listen to me very carefully, my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful, my powerful Libra. Listen to me very careful, because the period in between the 26th of October 2019 and the 2nd of November 2019, it's going to be very significant for you indeed, because you're about to enter a very, very special stage, a very, very special period, a rather special dimension, which is actually at the same time going to become a part of the really significant and sacred path, which is just going to have an influence and impact on the rest of this year indeed. Influence and impact for the rest of your life also, because most certainly you're about to achieve something very, very special. You're about to achieve something very particular. You're about to get and you're about to reach a very significant stage of your life. As the time goes by the end of this particular year, the things are going to become more interesting and rather significant, and especially when it comes to you, my gorgeous Libra, indeed, because something quite significant is going to be provided for you within this period. And it is going to be quite interesting, because it is going to be an unfoldment of quite interesting events, which are most certainly going to make you realize that there is a very significant change about to unfold in your life. This particular stage that I'm talking about, my gorgeous, my ever so precious Libra, is going to start on the 26th of October, and it's going to end on the 2nd of November 2019. I'm saying that this stage in particular, it's going to start on the 26th and end on the 2nd of November. And this in particular is going to be the stage of this sacred, special dimension you're about to enter, and it's going to provide you not only with a mind-blowing option, not only with a mind-blowing realization, not only with a really significant accomplishment, but my gorgeous Libra, what is actually going to happen, you are most certainly going to have a wheel of fortune. Your wheel of fortune is going to be rather extended period this time, because this moment in time is going to be very important for you, because you are very psychic, you are very spiritual, you are very deep, you find yourself within this particular dimension quite nicely, because you are one of those signs that are very, very significant when it comes to your own psychic abilities. I have said this on numerous occasions. I've said this so many times, that every single Libra is born psychic, literally. Okay, that every single person, every single sign is a psychic in itself. Everybody's psychic, of course, every single one of us. But some signs more than others. For example, when it comes to like a Scorpio, when it comes to like a Libra, when it comes to you, of course, my gorgeous Libra, this is an important moment in time, because this is the time when you discover yourself, you rediscover yourself, and you find yourself within this dimension and within this energy, well balanced indeed. You are a little Libra, you do know how to balance yourself, but most certainly when the time is mysterious, when the time is unusual, when the time is bizarre, when the time is strange, when the time is different. And now October, it's all about being witchy. Okay, October, it's all about the 31st of October, which is a wonderful day. It's a wonderful time. It's a very significant, and it's called Samhain. Some people call it Halloween. It's a very important time, because the veil in between this world and the spirit world is at its thinnest, which means that at the same time we are going to have a powerful and sacred vibration. At the same time, we are going to have this wonderful energy. At the same time, we are going to kind of like a big part of this completely different dimension, but at the same time, the veil in between this world and the spirit world is at its thinnest, which means that we are most certainly going to be visited by all sorts of spirits, or all sorts of ghosts, shall I say. Are we going to be visited by the relatives that have passed away? And we are at the same time going to be visited by our guardian angels. We are going to be visited by our spirit guides, but also most certainly they're going to be the people that used to know us, whether they're relatives that passed away or just the people that used to know us. They feel very, very strong energy to get in touch with us and to provide us with a very important and very interesting information. And this requires the whole world and this particular vibration to actually be very enhanced and very strong. It's not only like the 31st of October. In fact, my gorgeous Liberinas, it's actually from the 1st of October all the way until the 2nd or even the 3rd of November 2019, indeed. But in your particular case, the most powerful actual energy is going to be, and in general, it's actually going to be from the 26th of October, which is like about a few days earlier, until the 2nd of November. So this is the moment in time when the veil is going to be at its thinnest. It's not as such on the 31st of October only. It's like a few days earlier and a few days later, and then it just depends like on the particular signs. Like for example, when it comes to you, your moment in time, your door, your spiritual path, your spiritual door are going to be open on the 26th of October. So it all depends from sign to sign. But once this happens, oh my Lord, my gorgeous Libra, a lot is going to change. You are going to have a wheel of fortune in between the 26th of October and the 2nd of November. But before you have your wheel of fortune, you are going to come across a dog. You are going to come across a coyote. You are going to come across a wolf. Something very strong is going to happen. You're either going to see them outside, or either you're going to come across them, or either you're going to see them maybe somewhere on a television. Maybe you will see them on the internet. It all depends. This is going to be your own sign, your own sign, your own sign. And this at the same time, it's going to provide you with like a really important and powerful realization that you're just going to be so close to like a very important stage in your life. This is just going to be a very strong realization about your own accomplishment. But also this is going to be the moment in time that is going to warn you as well. This is a very special, and it's a very different, and it's a very powerful wheel of fortune that you are going to have, because you're so powerful within this particular energy of October, where things are so deep and so spiritually. You're provided by this bonus beautiful energy, bonus beautiful path, bonus beautiful realization, this new beautiful entrance into your beautiful spirituality, where you're going to be able to see your life from a slightly different angle, but at the same time that is most certainly going to provide you with realization. This is the bottom line, is that once you see the dog or a wolf or a coyote, at the same time this is going to symbolize your own instinctive power. Your instinct is just at the same time, you will know, oh my Lord, I'm on top of the world. You will know that you are going to be the psychic the most. Then you will be at the most medium moment, psychic, medium, very spiritual indeed, and you will know that your intuition is going to be like ooh la la, on top of the world indeed. But also what is going to happen when you come across this beautiful animal, this powerful animal that symbolizes instinctive power as well, that is just going to let you know that you're at your peak at that right moment in time, which is going to last for the next few days. Now, but at the same time, what this animal is trying to let you know, it's going to let you know that a very important moment in time is coming when it comes to your own transformation. But it's going to warn you that your wheel of fortune is coming. Wheel of fortune is coming. Wheel of fortune is coming, my gorgeous Libra, that it's about to hit you beautifully, and it's about to change your life. It's about to turn your world upside down. It's going to make you a little bit indecisive, but at the same time, this is going to be an important moment in time when it comes to your energy, when it comes to your power, when it comes to your rebirth. You're going to be rather psychic, and this is going to be the moment in time when you will know that you are about to have the wheel of fortune. So as soon as you see this animal, you will know immediately that there is going to be the moment in time in between the 26th of October and 2nd of November, where you're going to be walking through this beautiful dimension, and you are going to come across the situation after you see this dog, a wolf or a coyote or this type of animal. After you see this type of animal, you will know that you're going to come across the situation that is just going to confuse you a little bit, but it is going to need a little bit of your reaction indeed, because you're passionate about that part of your life. You're passionate about that path. You're passionate about that particular stage in your life. So you're going to come across the situation where you're going to feel very passionate about whatever that situation is, but it's going to surprise you, because it's going to happen where you wouldn't expect. It's going to happen when you wouldn't expect, but it is most certainly, it's going to require from you to like kind of be very vavavumish when it comes to like kind of making a certain decision. You're going to need to, the bottom line is that you're going to need to make a certain decision, like at the moment in time when some kind of situation is going to arise that you didn't expect, and you're going to need to react. The bottom line is that you're going to need to react then and there, then and there, then and there. Well, that particular reaction is going to be the moment in time when everything is going to start changing. This particular situation is going to seem much smaller than what it is, much less significant than what it is, but this is where the secret lies. This is where the secret is waiting. This is what is the most beautiful and spiritual thing about this, because the most beautiful tree in the forest, the most beautiful oak in the forest was at some point a tiny little seed. So this is the tiny little seed that is just going to come up and is going to be like absolutely and remarkably life-changing for you, because at the same time the realization is going to happen. The realization is going to come where you're going to start manifesting, and you're going to start thinking about a new stage in your life, and you're going to start manifesting with the power of your mind without you even realizing. My gorgeous Libra, this is an important moment in time. The bottom line is that you are going to deal with a certain situation that is just going to reflect on your life, but most certainly it is going to be the huge step into unknowns, huge step into the beautiful accomplishment of your life. By the same time, you are going to be provided with a new option, and at the same time you are also going to plant the seed. The seed that you are going to plant is going to be very significant. The second stage of this particular journey, it's actually going to be in April 2020. In April 2020, this is going to be the second continuation of what you're going to do and what you're going to plant. And what is going to happen at this moment in time, it's going to be literally life-changing. The whole new determination is going to come here. The whole new strength is going to come here. The whole new initiative you are going to have, and you're going to be able to secure something very important, to confirm something and to secure something and confirm something very special and very important when it comes to your life, when it comes to your spiritual journey, when it comes to your security and power, and when it comes to your immediate future. My Lord, gorgeous Libra, this is just an important moment in time. I can feel the energy. It is going to be very significant indeed, and you have got these few days to play with, and it is just going to be such a beautiful energy, absolutely perfect energy when it comes to spirituality, when it comes to work-life balance, absolutely brilliant. And also very important moment in time. It's just going to be throughout October. If you could try to meditate a little bit and just make sure that you ground yourself by trying to spend a little bit of time in nature, by trying to spend a little bit of time when it comes to the actual water as well. Water is going to have a beautiful and rather spiritual effect on you throughout this month indeed. Okay, my name is Sasha Bonasin, and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Libra, and it's for October 2019. So it's for you, my gorgeous Libra, and it's for October sorry, and it's for October 2019. Libera, 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 bera, libera, libera, bera, libera, 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 liberi, libera, 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 liberi, libera, liberi, libera, liberi, libera. You see, I didn't forget your beautiful song. Let it energize you. Let it make you feel good. My gorgeous people. Basically, now, when it comes to the actual number, your number this month is number 10. Oh, surprise. Number 10 is all about a fantastic and beautiful accomplishment. It is all about a really great achievement, and it is all about getting to the really interesting and really powerful stage when it comes to your life. My gorgeous Libra, I like this so much because this always comes and it always happens with an element of surprise, because you will go to the certain rebirth. This rebirth that you are going to have, it's also going to be very significant. And it's just like a very particular, especially when it comes to you, my gorgeous Libras, because it's a lot that you used to do, that you were doing throughout this year, but you didn't see like such an outcome. And especially when it comes to those things that were really slow, when it comes to like finances, and when it comes to the things that you were like kind of focusing, you know, this is just going to be quite magical moment in time, because it's not only about this month, but it's the actual period in between October and December, that it's kind of going to be rather swift change. And the swift change is going to reflect on those stages that were slow. And especially, my gorgeous Libra, in particular, there was a one thing very personal to you that you were quite indecisive about. So that particular thing that you were quite indecisive about, you will be like, ooh la la, I'm gonna go for it. Is this vibration? It's going to make you feel rather sharp. This vibration is going to make you feel really strong, like very solid and very grounded, which is just going to be like quite important moment in time and very important stage of changes when it comes to the actual swift change, when it comes to those things that were actually slowing you down. On another hand, you know, you're going to make a really wise decision. The wise decision is going to happen this month, and this is going to be something that is going to require from you to have a little bit of vavavumish time, just to like to take a step back from the situation, just go to sleep, do not rush into any decision like that. For example, when it comes to like some kind of judgment, and this is actually what is going to happen, you're gonna kind of like go home, you're gonna sleep, and then something is gonna happen, and something is gonna be confirmed to you at the moment at the same time. And this is going to be confirmation from your spirit guides, confirmation from your guardian angels indeed. And that is going to help you a lot to avoid the kind of negative situation, to avoid like some kind of tower situation, but you will be able to realize this on time. And this is how important this number 10 is. Number 10, it's a very spiritual and very powerful number. It's also saying to you, and it's confirming about that particular wheel of fortune that I said, that wheel of fortune that you are going to have. At the same time, you will be very wise and very powerful indeed. You will have a control over a situation, you will have a certain strength, you will have a certain power, and you are going to have such an amazing confidence, and you're going to deal with like some kind of person that makes you feel like, ew, somebody very low, unfortunately, with vibration, somebody very low with energy is just gonna come across you, but it's somebody who had like some kind of karma with you, and you're gonna need to make some kind of like a deal with this person. Not a deal, but you're gonna need to kind of put a certain input. It is very important for you to sort the problems out and make certain and necessary adjustments and readjustments where they are necessary and relevant, because these months in particular, you're gonna have a sacred power, you're gonna have a sacred energy, and you will be living, I know it sounds weird, but you will be living in two worlds at the same time, like literally. And the fact that you're going to be living in two worlds at the same time, it is just going to be absolutely fantastic, absolutely brilliant for you, because you will be able to like, oh my lord, like to sense things, to feel things like there is no tomorrow. But highly, my gorgeous Libra, I would highly suggest to get something like this beautiful black tourmaline. Look at this beautiful rock. I absolutely love it. I couldn't even live without this. And the black tourmaline is absolutely fantastic, and it's very significant, and especially when it comes to you, my gorgeous Libra, and especially when it comes to October, because you're very psychic. As I said, you're very psychic sign, so you will be kind of like all over the place, and sometimes this energy can be draining, because what you're gonna have in October, because you're gonna be like extremely open. When I say extremely open, I say psychically open. So this is what's going to happen with you. So when you're psychically open, there is a lot going on, like in all these different dimensions that we are constantly part of. But because you're going to be more open than you are, you're going to be kind of let these entities and energies in, and that can drain you at the end of the day. So that's why I'm just saying to get something like a black tourmaline crystal, and just keep around you, like on your desk, keep it at work, you know, keep it home, whatever you do with it, just try to have it around you. It's important because it's going to protect you against all sorts of negative energy. It is going to help you with the grounding indeed, and it's also going to be very good when it comes to like your third psychic eye. But it's very good like for all sorts of protection against all sorts of negative energies. It's probably the best crystal for something like that. I highly suggest you to get this, my gorgeous Libra, and you can buy this like from my store. The link is in the description below, and by buying things from my store, you're also supporting my channel, of course. Okay, so I think that this is something something really important for you to have, especially when it's this type of a month, when you're like going to be so highly connected, you see. And also number 10 means that there is a really beautiful news that you are going to have, beautiful realization that you are going to have, and from that realization that you are going to have a very interesting and a life-changing plan, new plan you will have, and that is going to be new plan, new option, and that is literally going to be life-changing. I'm so happy for you, my Lord. What else I was going to say, my gorgeous Libra, you see, when it comes to your actual health, it is just so important to actually get like a wheatgrass. So important to get a wheatgrass. I've recommended this before, and this is rather important, and it's just to do with your bloatedness, it's to do with your stomach. You know, your stomach is going to be quite like a sensitive area indeed, but it's to do with like a digestion, it's to do with the bloatedness. So you need to do this, and if you could do this, get like organic wheatgrass from New Zealand would probably be the best option, because we haven't got many options to buy on the market, but New Zealand would be quite a good option. So if you can actually every morning, if you can wake up, get like a little glass of water, take a teaspoon, mix it up, this wheatgrass, before you eat anything or before you take anything on an empty stomach, and it's just going to be so good for rejuvenation, to flush out the toxins, and ultimately it is just going to clean you out rather nicely, okay? On another hand, apart from wheatgrass, I also need you to carry on taking like a what did I say, acerola cherry powder. I know I said this for such a long time, but acerola cherry powder, it's also going to be an important moment in time, because I still need you to take care of like a little bit of cold and flu. I'm not saying that you're going to have a cold and flu, but there are going to be the symptoms of cold and flu that are going to be quite significant when it comes to you, and I think that you're going to be rather sensitive when it comes to that. But at the same time, your gums are going to be quite sensitive. So in order to combat this together, it would have been acerola cherry powder, good for the gum healing, okay, and also good for the vitamin C levels against cold and flu, and for this particular rejuvenation. Acerola cherry powder, I highly suggest you to get an organic one without any horrible ingredients or anything like that, okay? Very important for you to take. Okay, so now basically going on the very first date that is going to be rather important for you, my gorgeous Libra, and this is going to be the 4th of October. Now the 4th of October is just going to be an amazing day for you, because it is just, you are going to wake up like feeling like a little bit unusual. You're going to wake up feeling a little bit different. This means that this day also is going to be quite strong when it comes to the actual certain pathway in between this world and the spirit world, that it's just going to be very enhanced. So try to pay attention so much to see what is actually on your mind in between the 4th and the 5th of October 2019, because there is a certain person that is just going to try to get in touch with you, somebody who used to know you, and somebody who is just going to really desperately going to try to get in touch with you and let you know something very specific and very particular about your spiritual journey. Just watch this space. The way you're gonna get this message is going to be in between these 2 days. Couple of things are gonna be on your mind that are going to be rather unusual, and this means that you're gonna need to pay attention to them. But this is like the projection of the spirit that used to know you, of a certain person from the spirit world that is gonna come through forward and let you know, my gorgeous Libra, you need to do this in order to kind of like do the certain adjustment with a certain part of your life. On another hand, the 4th of October, it's also going to make you realize a really great success, and I'm so happy for you, because something is going to happen and you're going to find yourself in an advantage situation, and it's so good because it's so much to do with your victory, but it's also the certain problem that just slowly is coming to an end, and this is going to become obvious here. You did something really well, you were doing something really right, you know, you were just kind of like going towards a certain stage, and you were so right, you were so good, and this is going to be the outcome of this. There is also going to be an important negotiation, a very significant negotiation that is going to happen on this day. And just need to remember to be very mature when you do this and be very smart and very clever. However, you're going to be smart and clever anyway, because what is going to happen after that negotiation, you're going to do really well indeed. And this is going to be the stage and the period and some kind of energy and dimension that you're really going to find yourself really nicely. It's something to do with something that you really know how to do, or something that you really like how to do, and the way you express yourself, for example, because this is going to lead towards a very, very good wish, my gorgeous Libra. Very good wish that you want to do something that it's going to give you so much optimism, new initiative, strength and power, and at the same time it's going to be the new plan. It's an certain uncertainty is going to be there, because you're not going to show exactly which effort you need to do, but you will know exactly kind of which way to go. Another thing that I was going to recommend you, my gorgeous Libra, it would be this beautiful, gorgeous amethyst little cathedral. Look how beautiful this is. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love this. And this is something that would help you, and that will help you to like kind of get in touch with your angels, get in touch with your spirit guides, with your spirits, you know. It's going to enhance your third psychic eye, and it's also going to help you to get a certain balance, you know, the certain sharpness, in order to be able to get the perfect balance to see, to understand, and to get the spiritual messages, because there are going to be so many of them throughout October and November as well. And this beautiful amethyst is just going to help you a lot with that particular connection, with that particular dimension. On one hand, it's going to make you very psychic, very sharpish when it comes to these areas, but on another hand, it's going to be very good for the protection as well. It's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful crystal to have, and I highly suggest to get this. And you can also buy this on my website, okay? And by buying things from my website, you're also supporting my channel, okay? So I thought that was important. And what else I was going to say is just basically the second important day, my gorgeous Libra, is going to be on the 15th of October. The 15th of October, it is just going to be a little bit of a day when you're going to feel a little bit strange, because it's going to be like this very strong connection with the childhood, you know, with the things that have passed a long time ago, long time ago. But this is going to be a very particular insight, because at the same time, because you're very psychic, you're very medium, you're very spiritual, especially on this month, this is going to mean something slightly different, which means that you're going to have a slightly stronger connection with your childhood than you normally do. And something in particular is going to be calling you. Something is going to need your attention in such a way when you're going to need to go back into your mind, into your childhood, see what you were doing, what reflection in your life you had, that it had such a wonderful reflection back on you that made you feel so good about yourself. You were doing something you stopped doing. When we grow up and we go into the world, we kind of like block certain paths around us. By blocking certain paths around us, this has an impact on our way of thinking, and that affects how far we can go with our mind. So you're going to have a really wonderful option here to go back into your childhood and bring some kind of situation into this life, and that in itself is going to be a really important moment in time, because it's going to help you to bring you an insight to the certain problem, to bring you a conclusion to the certain problem you have now. Very important indeed. And on another hand, this is all going to make you realize about a certain achievement that it's about to come, certain achievement that it's about to happen, and also that achievement kind of within the last 8 months, the progress was really slow. It wasn't good, and it was like a little bit of negativity around it. So this is just going to be a really nice, beautiful situation that is just going to have a quite nice flip-flop, like turn around, which is just going to make you realize that you did something really nice. You had a really edit, you know, you had an adjustment, and now it's going to be the materialistic gain, and success is nearly due. And this is going to be, this moment in time, it's going to be very important with you, because it gave you a little bit of like a conflict and domination and a little bit of negativity before, when it kind of was connected to some kind of like a negative and bad news that happened in the past within the last 8 months. So now this is going to be really nice and important improvement and achievements for you, my gorgeous Libra. Okay, the third important day, my beautiful Libras, it's going to be on the 30th of October. The 30th of October, it's an important day, because there is something going to happen on this day like that it's going to be really unusual and really bizarre. There is some kind of like a spirit going to come through. There is some kind of spirit going to come forward as well on the 30th of October. The 30th of October and the 31st of October. My gosh, you've got quite a few dates this month, and I'm not surprised. The reason why you have quite a few dates this month that are going to be like quite enhanced and quite vibrant, it's because, as I said, you discover yourself, you rediscover yourself in this particular energy, and you in particular, above like lots of other signs, you are able to see so much further, and that's where you're going to be provided with this wonderful opportunity. So the stage in between the 30th and the 31st of October, it's also going to be connected to the certain spirit that is going to come through forward, and the certain spirit is going to have a very particular and very important message for you. And the message that you are going to have, it's also going to kind of provide you with an option, provide you with an idea, provide you with a realization how to speed something up, how to make something quicker, how to make something faster. Don't worry, my babies, it is all going to make sense, because after that moment, surely 8 weeks later, something very big and very important and very significant is going to unfold and come out of this situation. Very, very good moment in time indeed. And the 30th of October, it's also going to make you realize something, very big stage of your life. It's about to unfold when it comes to your own well-being, when it comes to your luxury, when it comes to your comfort, which means that you will be able to go and do something very significant when it comes to like something luxurious. Go for it, my gorgeous Libra, go for it. But don't forget to behave. Okay, also the 30th of October, it's very important to pay attention, because now this is the vibration, when the vibration is ridiculously important. By the end of the day, on the 30th of October, there is the great determination that you are going to have initiative, strength, activity, power, success. This is absolutely beautiful. This is a very deep and emotional time, because emotionally there is just so much going to start making sense at this moment in time, and it's all going to come and it's all going to happen. It's through your own accomplishment. Absolutely brilliant indeed. Okay, my gorgeous Libras, now going on the very first part of October 2019. Now the very first week is just gonna start with you realizing some kind of truth, some kind of wish, some kind of realization. It's about to come through. But this is so good. If you would only think like about it like about 6 or 7 months ago, you would just think, oh no, this is just gonna happen in a couple of years. So something is gonna have a really nice really nice, beautiful bounce back. Oola lula means like in my world means like a bounce back. So something is going to happen ulalish way, which means that it's going to happen much quicker, much sooner. And this means because karmically you were tested and in the last 6 months, and that test you never had a clue what it was. It's very important. It was very important. It was very significant. You did really well, and it was something to do with the compassion, the way you responded to something or someone. And this is just coming. They just bounced back and just readjusted your journey a little bit quicker, which is absolutely brilliant. So the big wish is going to come through, which is absolutely brilliant, and that in itself is just going to bring you so much power, the whole new initiation, because you will know that the progress and motivation that you had before, this is going to be the reflection of that, and it's all about the prosperity. This is going to be an important moment in time when it comes to your money, when it comes to your finances. It is just absolutely brilliant. Something is going to happen and it's going to surprise you. Another thing I was going to say, another thing, what am I even doing, But another thing that I was going to say is basically that there is going to be like an inheritance. I'm seeing an inheritance, Libra, my gorgeous Libra. This is just going to be super months, honestly. Very powerful indeed. But there is an inheritance that I'm seeing that you're going to get. So if you are aware of it, that's fine. But if you're not, now you will know it. But if you haven't got anybody to leave you an inheritance, then this is still going to be the certain amount of money, certain part of money that is going to come to you, that is going to travel to you, and some other people are going to be part of as well. However, an extra money is going to come through forward forward, and it is going to help you with the stage of your life where you were just kind of worrying and you weren't too sure what is going to happen. So now this money is just going to come through really, really nicely. And also, when it comes to the actual Saturn, there is somebody that is going to kind of be a little bit naughty, and somebody is going to try to scrutinize you at the end of the first week. Somebody is going to try to scrutinize you, like somebody with very low vibration, somebody with a very negative vibration, somebody who's very, very like a low, and it's not really good, and it's something to do with like what you know how to do, and something to do with like what you know how to project, and something to do with like what you really were doing well. So you will know that you're doing well, you will know that you're doing great, but there is still someone going to be around you that is going to be draining your energy. It's going to be sucking your energy out of you. Just remember, my beautiful bambini and bambinas, just remember to be very, very like very sharp in this particular situation. By being sharp, you will just rise above the situation. Please, this is not going to last longer or long. All you need to do is just be very professional, be very professional, be very professional. This can be to do with your work, or this can be with somebody else who's like some kind of authority figure. I just need you to remember to not to have a conflict. All you need to do is just be very good, be very professional, and don't have a conflict. And you're not going to. All you need to do is just basically keep going, and stay committed to the task at hand, because this is going to be the part of the process that is going to be testing you a little bit. So you're going to be under a little baby mini test, and this is going to be good because you will do really well. So by the time you get to the second part of October 2019, my gorgeous Libras, this is all going to be about a certain vision that you are going to have, about a certain realization that you are going to have. This psychic moment is going to take a very strong turn, and the certain vision that you are going to have, it's at the same time going to provide you with a very strong strength, very strong power, and that is going to help you to emerge in a really beautiful and powerful way when it comes to your own rejuvenation, and when it comes to your energy, when it comes to your own power. And this is going to make a very strong connection with the new beginning. At the same time, this is going to be the moment in time with the completion, and another stage is coming to an end, and instinctively you're going to be like, ooh la la. This is going to bring you contemplation, indecisive moment, and you are gonna kind of want to reconnect and not reconnect necessarily, but somebody who means to you so much, somebody who understands you so much, somebody who appreciates you so much, somebody who knows your energy vibration is gonna come through forward, is gonna tell you something, confirm something to you. So this is why if you're uncertain about something or indecisive, you can talk to somebody who means to you so much, somebody who you really trust, because it's gonna come from somebody really nice. There is going to be the realization that you're gonna need to make a certain input when it comes to your own possession. Something that belongs to you, you're gonna need to put an input in. Okay, another thing that I was going to recommend you, my gorgeous Libra, is cornelian. Look, there is going to be lots of, this is a cornelian, this beautiful necklace that I'm wearing. I find this rather important and very significant to wear when it comes to communication, when it comes to expressing myself, when it comes to important realizations, important charts, important vibration, but also most importantly, when it comes to the actual expressing myself and for communication. Your communication and expression is going to be very important throughout this month, but because you're going to be part of the different vibration and energy, you're going to be all over the place in the best possible way. But because you're going to have quite a few important charts here, that's why I'm recommending you also to get like a cornelian, which is just going to help you with the beautiful verbal flow, with the verbal flow of energy, and just with the flow in between you and other people, but especially when you try to express yourself and express what you really feel, express what you really want and things like that. This beautiful cornelian necklace you can also get on my website. The link is in the description below, and by buying from this channel you're also supporting my channel, my gorgeous Libra, of course, as well. So you're gonna need to make a certain adjustment when it comes to your own possession, and that in itself is just gonna bring the whole new vibration. It's a lot to do with the yin yang when you change things in your home a little bit, and that's very good for the energy indeed. And that at the same time, it's going to help you to kind of gain control over somebody somebody who is not really nice, and over somebody who was like kind of draining your energy also a little bit, and somebody who was trying to control you. Somebody who was trying to control you, you're also going to realize that you escaped this rather situation quite narrowly, which is absolutely brilliant, and which on another hand is going to reflect you in a really good way, because it's going to make you assertive even more, and that in itself is just gonna make you even more powerfully, even more strongly connected to your practicality, security, and just carry on, because you will know there is a very big change about to happen when it comes to your home. At the end of the midweek, at the end of the second week, like in October, like a mid, at around the mid of October, you're also going to have like a very big change that is going to start unfolding in your home, and this is all going to start happening because of all this particular unfoldment. You're going to feel a great honor. You're going to feel very powerful. You're going to make some kind of decision, and other people are going to make other people in your life are going to feel so proud of you as well. This is going to be so good, and this is all down to you. This is all down to your psychic feelings. This is all down to you reacting in the right way at the right time, and this is all down to you listening to your intuitive moments. Listen to your intuition, because also by the time we get to the last part of October 2019, there is going to be a very important situation that is going to arise. It's going to be connected to you, it's going to be connected to your home, it's going to be connected to the big change, but it's also going to be connected to the security and power. And just remember, my babies, remember. You see, remember to be intuitive and to listen to yourself. Just remember to be intuitive and to listen to yourself, and this is where you're going to get the answer, because you are going to have a little bit indecisive, but that indecisiveness is at the same time going to help you with like a certain situation that was making you powerless for the last 8 months indeed, and that at the same time is going to be a nice flip-flop, because you are going to have that exchange of energy that is just going to bring you this wonderful and beautiful liberation. Absolutely important. And you are going to be provided with a brand new choice after this moment in time, because you will realize, oh, thank God, the worst is over. Some kind of situation that was there karmically for a while is going to come to an end, and that is just going to be so good, because beautifully it's going to raise your power immediately. It's going to raise your vibration immediately, because it's going to affect your balance, because it's something that was preventing you to move on. Therefore, something that was in your life for quite a while is coming to an end, and something that was making you feel really negative. You're gonna kind of feel, oh God, I wanted to do this, I wanted to do that, but then again, you're just gonna feel liberated. You're gonna feel so great, because most certainly, instead of feeling confused and powerless, this is going to be the moment of liberation, and this is going to be the moment of your awakening indeed. You see, I dropped half of the cards here, and also, what else I was going to say? It is just all about the great honor that you are going to have, and it's all about, you feeling free, and you enjoying yourself, and you kind of like living this life and just like not torturing yourself. I'm not saying that you are torturing yourself, but it's just quite wonderful that you are about to discover something about yourself, and you will be able to use this path. You will be able to go on this particular path where you're going to kind of start like making, everything is going to start making sense, On one hand, you're going to start enjoying yourself, you're going to start enjoying your life. On another hand, things that didn't make sense, they're going to start making sense, and things that made you confused in the last 24 months, now they're going to start making sense. And this is because you're taking slightly different path, and that path is going to bring you lots of positivity and optimism, and a lot is going to make sense. Why is this happening? Why is that happening? Why am I doing this? Why am I doing that? You see, because you're going to have a little readjustments, this is going to have an amazing impact on you, because things are going to change. So things that didn't make sense, they will most certainly start making sense, and that in itself is also going to bring you a great honor. You're going to feel very proud of yourself, very proud of your life, very proud of your achievement, but most importantly, an optimism that is going to be very vavavumish and very strong when it comes to your future, when it comes to your future planning, because there is the whole new inspiration and potential going to slide through, which is about to literally change your life. Absolutely incredible. I like it. I can see the big smile on your face that you are going to have throughout of October. It's going to be brilliant. It's going to be absolutely brilliant. My gorgeous Libras, you really, really deserve it. This is now your time indeed. Okay, my gorgeous Libras, I'm just going to shuffle these cards and I'm going to connect to those of you that are actually in relationship. Oh la la. It is a very good time for those of you in relationship, because there is a very important opportunity that it's actually going to happen. Very important opportunity, which is both of you going to give you strength. Both of you are going to give you like a new beginning, the feeling of the new beginning, the feeling of the new option that is about to start unfolding. I really like it a lot, because it's all about a certain opportunity that you're both going to have, and this is most certainly going to have a really amazing impact on both of you, because you will be able to kind of like deal with a certain like a challenge beforehand as a couple, but most certainly this is going to take you and your life on a really wonderful advancement. So when you come across like you and your partner like this month, like oh god, like I'm not too sure, any challenging situation that you come across, you both and it's to do with your achievement, it's to do with your money, it's to do with your finances, it's to do with next stage, you know, any kind of challenge, you just do it, just do it, because it's going to seem like much bigger, but it's going to be much smaller, and you're going to do really, really, really well. Okay, and also when it comes to your partner, there is another thing that I want to let you know, that there is somebody going to be around your partner, and I don't think it's going to be a great time for your partner like to do certain negotiations, or like to do something really, really huge, or to do something really big at the moment, like involving somebody else, for example. Just need to be really careful, because there is a little bit of a snaky around your partner. I suppose, you know, like I can clearly see that if you do it, you know, it's going to be completely different, not slightly, but completely different. But your partner is having somebody around them, so they just need to be a little bit careful when it comes to the actual negotiations, signing something big, starting something big, any kind of negotiation, you know, like that, official or something like that, to try to avoid this month, because there is a little bit of a snaky around your partner. But it's going to be fine, so it's just like a little bit of a warning. But the bottom line is that you and your partner are going to have a really wonderful opportunity, and that opportunity is just going to literally change your life, because it's all about the advancement, and it's all about a certain challenge that you're gonna kind of go through, both of you together. This is something to do with both of you, and also the certain process that you started a long time ago, or certain process that you started like a while back. Now this is going to bounce back, and it's just going to have an absolutely incredible impact on both of you. It is very, very good, because it's a rather almost like, if I can say, like a rather like a adventurous time for both of you, because at the same time you're both going to feel like a wonderful wonderful potential, you know, and that potential is going to inspire you. It is going to be the beautiful sharpness, and there's going to be the beautiful light at the end of the tunnel. It is absolutely brilliant, because also like it's going to reflect on both of you in a really great way, and it's going to make you it's going to bring you closer. It's going to bring you closer, and a certain future planning, it's going to be very, very strongly evident by the end of this month, the way it's going to develop, and it's going to be rather good indeed. Okay, so now for those of you Libras that are single and ready to mingle, behave. Just behave, naughty Libra. I can see you like being on top of the world. I can see you like a buzzing around and flirting. You're gonna regain and gain lots of strength, lots of power, lots of vavavoom-ish energy. So you're gonna be projecting all this sex appeal. You're gonna projecting all this like radiance, or you're gonna be projecting all this beauty. When it comes to radiance, beauty, sexiness, and all these vavavoom-ish feelings, you are Libra, but most certainly now you are going to have an absolutely perfect balance. There's a lot going to happen. Lots of people will notice you. Lots of people will feel you. Lots of people will sense you, and you are going to be on top of the world. Sometimes this is all what we need. Just getting like a little bit of a flirting back, getting a little bit of this vavavoom-ish feeling back. So there's going to be lots of flirting going on, and it's going to be absolutely brilliant. Most certainly at around the time when you're focusing on a certain stage in your life, when it comes to the certain learning experience, this is going to make sense so much, because at the same time there is somebody going to start becoming the part of your spiritual journey. There is someone very special that you are going to meet this month, my gorgeous Libra, but this is only going to be the beginning. I'm not saying that you're going to meet this person and it's going to be straight away, I love you. You know, no, baby, no. One step at a time. This person is just about to cross your path. This person is just about to walk into your dimension. This person is about to walk into your energy, and this is going to be one step at a time, because when we meet the right people, good people, the people whom we are meant to share our spiritual journey, then things take time. Then we don't start things at the end and then work our way the wrong way around. We start things at the beginning and work our way the right way around, and this is why these things take like that slightly longer. So it is going to be the beginning of you meeting someone very special indeed, and that person is about to change your life. But it's only going to be the beginning, and it's going to happen at the moment in time when you start some kind of learning process. You're thinking about learning process, you're focusing on some learning process. This is at the same time you will invite this Warumish person, and this is going to be someone really special, really significant, and somebody who is about to change your life. They will see in you what you want to be seen as. They will notice in you also things that no one else noticed before. They will get you the way no one else got you before. When they look at you, they will see like, oh my Lord, right through you. But you will like it. There's going to be the strong combination immediately. And there is a lot gonna kind of happen around this person that you feel around yourself. You feel about yourself that you never felt with anyone else before. And this is how you will know that this is the right person for you. You're the right person for this person, and this person is the right person for you. Oh my God, this is going to be absolutely incredible. It's going to be absolutely mind-blowing indeed. All you need to go is just go out there and just be as active as you can, meet as many people as you can. Don't think too much about it, and you will see the universe is going to provide you with this person who is about to change your life. Okay, my gorgeous Libra, I love you all to bits, my gorgeous Libra. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of healing, love and light to every single one of you. Okay, my gorgeous Libras, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Love you, Libra. Bye. Libra.